who you wound up supporting in the election.
It's none of your business.
That's Denzel, direct, unapologetic. In an industry fueled by politics, he's not playing the game.
We're out of the ground, we were taken for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
Training Day, Malcolm X, Glory, Fences, we've seen him own the screen. But off-screen,
put God first.
His stance on race, politics, and woke culture makes him even more of an icon. Today, we break down why Denzel Washington refuses to be boxed in.
The most important thing in business is honesty.
Denzel Washington is known for his blunt, no-nonsense responses. When asked about his political stance, he made it clear
It's none of your business.
he doesn't play the Hollywood game or use his platform to push political narratives. While many celebrities jump into political debates, Denzel's approach is different. He keeps his political opinions personal, refusing to be anyone's political pawn. When asked about the new administration, Denzel didn't offer up sound bites or endorsements. Instead, he focused on what really matters: the issues, not the frenzy.
None of my business?
None of your business.
Well, I'm only asking because the story was online, but that's okay.
Huh?
Let me ask you this. What issue do you hope President-elect Trump tackles? What's number one in your mind with the new administration?
I don't know. I'd have to be more informed to just say off the top of my head the number one issue. I'm not sure. Education, jobs, health. I mean, there's so many. Yeah.
When the conversation turns to race, Denzel's take is profound. He emphasizes that it's not the government, but individuals who have the power to improve race relations.
I want to just ask you, though, about the issue of race relations, because the film touches upon that. Right now, under President Obama, over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are. I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, because I'm president, you all got to get along now. So it's up to us.
For Denzel, the solution to racial division isn't found in laws or political leaders. It's in how we connect with each other, one-on-one. No president can make people like each other. It's up to us to bridge those divides. His message is clear. Real change starts with personal responsibility. It's a challenge for all of us to take action in our daily lives and engage with people who are different in meaningful ways. While Denzel doesn't align himself with any particular movement, he's clear about one thing: everyone has the right to protest. For him, this freedom is essential, even if he doesn't publicly support or criticize movements like Black Lives Matter.
In so many protests in America, especially during the election, Black Lives Matter movement, for example, and those issues, has that movement in particular, the Black Lives Matter movement, helped race relations or not in America?
Well, listen, we live in America, and in America we have the freedom to express ourselves. We shouldn't take that for granted. So whatever the movements are, whether you agree with them or don't, they have the right to express themselves. So that's one of the great things about being in this country, that you do have the right to protest.
Denzel's support for free expression reveals his broader philosophy. It's not about which side you're on, but about protecting the right to have a voice at all. Even if he doesn't always agree with the methods or messages of protesters, he stands firmly by their right to stand up and be heard.
In my humble opinion, in the nuclear world, the true enemy is war itself.
In an industry obsessed with surface-level diversity, Denzel's perspective is a profound reminder of the importance of understanding cultural nuances, not just ticking the diversity box. His argument: diversity isn't about making sure a black director is at the helm just because of race. It's about ensuring the stories being told are authentic.
So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have
It's not
produced this
color,
work?
it's culture.
Explain the difference, because I think we're in a
Steven
space
Spielberg did Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences. I know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like.
Huh?
That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference.
All right.
So it's a culture.
You know about a hot comb? scenario?
No, she don't know about no hot girl.
Because that's
You don't know.
old
You don't know nothing about.
Dax? All right.
See how everybody laugh? That's a cultural difference. That's not a race difference. That's just that motion. That's all I gotta say, right?
Denzel's comments point to a deeper understanding of race and representation. It's not just about placing black faces in front of the camera or behind it. It's about the lived experiences that shape those narratives. When he talks about the smell of a hot comb on a Sunday morning, he's talking about cultural specificity, an understanding of details that goes beyond mere skin color. Denzel Washington has been increasingly critical of the rise of woke culture, particularly in how it intersects with the media. He's spoken openly about the dangers of spreading misinformation and the media's obsession with sensationalism.
What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it, sell it.
In Denzel's eyes, the emphasis on speed and sensationalism in today's media world has caused us to lose sight of the truth. Denzel doesn't hold back when it comes to criticizing how quickly we jump on moral crusades without thinking about the long-term consequences. He's pointed out that the media, instead of just reporting facts, often pushes opinions that align with their own political agenda, whether that's left or right.
It used to be news. Now it's opinions. Oh, glasses. We have 3 experts on the right, 3 on the left. Let's discuss. Ooh, light bulbs. We have 3 experts on the right. That's not news. That's opinions.
Personal responsibility is at the heart of Denzel's philosophy. Growing up in New York, Denzel saw firsthand how easy it was for his peers to fall into a life of crime. But his story turned out differently.
I think it's more important to make headway in our own house. By the time the system comes into play, the damage is done. They're not locking up 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Chicago a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, and we saw these little kids on bikes with masks on the side of their head, like 5 or 6 of them. And the driver said, yeah, they're little yummies. I said, who? He said, little yummies. Look up, Google Little Yummy. Little Yummy was an 11-year-old murderer.
Wow.
And you look at his picture, you'll see the headshot of him, and he's like this. And he got murdered at 11 by a 14-year-old.
Wow.
Who's doing life now, and a 16-year-old.
That makes no sense.
You blame the system? Where was his father?
Yeah.
It starts in the house. It starts in the home. And yeah, well, my father got locked up. Well, where was his father?
While Denzel acknowledges the impact of systemic issues, he firmly believes in the power of individual accountability. For him, it's not just about the obstacles placed in your way, it's about how you choose to navigate them.
My son is gonna bury me.
In a world full of noise, Denzel Washington stands out with a voice of clarity. His views on race, politics, and woke culture are built on principle, not trends. Denzel doesn't play Hollywood's political games. His take on race is nuanced, and his critique of cancel culture sets him apart in today's celebrity world. He's more than a star, he's a trailblazer. What do you think about Denzel's perspective? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more from the world's most influential voices.